Hello, and you're very welcome to yet another exciting episode of Diplomatic License right here on Citi TV. My name is Apioko, and today I'm at an art exhibition on the premises of the Pacific Alliance. Now, if you don't know what the Pacific Alliance is, it's a group of countries that are here represented in Ghana, namely Colombia, Chile, Peru, and Mexico. 4 beautiful countries. And I've been invited by the ambassador of Colombia to Ghana, Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero, to come and witness a beautiful art exhibition by 3 Ghanaian artists that the embassy is supporting. Now, the theme for this art exhibition is very interesting. It's what we're calling abstract and surrealistic view of the world. So if you know anything about surrealism when it comes to art, you know anything about what art can tell us about the world and the things around us, then you'd find this very interesting. So stay tuned, stay with me. I'll be speaking to Her Excellency a little later to find out exactly why this exhibition has come to being. We'll also talk to the artist as well, and then enjoy the beautiful mix of Ghanaian and Colombian culture. We'll be right back.
All of them are talented and not with the same opportunity. So, for example, Kelvin also, I met him, I went exploring art, and I went, it was in a restaurant that I saw an exhibition of Kelvin, and I love what I saw. And in fact, I like his concept, and I love the circumferences, the centers in every painting that he has. And Steven is a young person, and that he has expressed. He was telling me how he has been overcoming his own particular experience and difficulties through art, and how art is giving him the passion of life. And I feel that he is doing 2 things. One, developing his passion, but his talent. Because I believe that for me this is a different kind of art for Ghana. Has nothing to do with what we are used to do, used to see here. So I believe that he has a great opportunity. So while they are together, they are 3 special people together, in talent, in personal history, and in desire to overcome and have success. So this is why they are here. And from the point of view of Colombia, I really do it because it's my way to express the bonding between Colombia and Ghana, Colombia, and Africa. And I have to say that not only Colombia, I was explaining before you arrived that we are sharing the headquarters, the 4 members of a Pacific Alliance, it is called. And Pacific Alliance are here. We are no Mexico. Mexico is they came earlier before, and we have to let them know that it's time to come, please, because we have the Peruvian ambassador, head of mission, my friend, the Chilean. He's around, but this is the beautiful friend also, his wife, Mario, from Chile, Mario and Sandra. And so she's a very dear friend of ours. And Enrique is the ambassador from Mexico. As I told you, he was the first one to come down. And I said, not yet, please. But it's time now. So this is the idea. We together shared values, and that's why we are the ones that are. I am representing them also in this effort. I am sure that they really support these kind of events, and we are all with the wish to be closer to all of you. So we hope that the people that come, the exhibition will be open for 2 weeks. Today I am making, this is the first meeting, by the way, that I do in COVID time. So I am happy that we can do it, and I appreciate you, the first round of people to accompany us and came here sharply. And I am sure that we are going to have more people later, because this is, some of us are the sharp ones, the others will arrive. No? And the other thing is that, imagine, we are together, another ambassador that I love, I have to tell you, is the ambassador also of Lebanon. I have an ancestor, but it's the Lebanese one. And he is, I say sometimes, you're my ambassador. But I really know, and I have shared with him also his love for culture in every way. And with him, I want to do something that I want to retake it, because I was a little down with the COVID. I was like, I had to stop, and it was a bad feeling. But now we are waking up again. And so, for example, he is also a poet.
Oh.
He is a poet, and I want him to share with us his poems. So we have that pending, and we talk about it. And there are many others like in the same situation.
It would be a good idea if we can do something mixing between the painting and the poetry.
And so we are also have a Turbay. For me, well, Canada is also in the continent, you know. So this is a very close friend and a new ambassador to Ghana. Not really, I do feel that. And so she's fantastic, and she already has moved in COVID time. Now, Koyo, my very dear Koyo, I really feel that he is doing something important for the humanity and for the world, and I want to be part of it. Colombia wants to be part of it, in the sense that it is having the diaspora recognition and the African origin recognition in the world. So what we are doing is, what you are doing is putting together all this knowledge, all this presence of the African influence in the world together to have a place in Ghana for remembering, commemorating organizing, projecting, from history, from humanity, from culture, from every aspect of that influence. So this is also, for me, a special moment to have you here today, because this has to do with that. And the same with Dialogue, my friend from UNESCO, that we are pushing together for certain things in the culture. You push together with anybody that does anything with culture. I can see that. So this is beautiful. You have been doing a wonderful, wonderful job. And well, and so we have a lot to do.
Welcome back. You're still watching Diplomatic License right here on Citi TV. And my name is Apioko. Now, before we went on a break, if you did just join us, let me tell you that I'm currently at the Pacific Alliance on the premises of 4 brilliant countries that are represented here in Ghana. We've got Colombia, we've got Mexico and Mexico, depending on where you're coming from, Peru and Chile. And there's an art exhibition going on here. The theme I did mention earlier is the abstract and surrealistic view of the world. And I have one of the brilliant artists here. I'm speaking to Stephen Planche. Hi, how are you doing?
Hi, thank you.
Now, your heritage is extremely interesting. So you call Ghana your adoptive country,
Exactly.
but you're French, you're Ivorian, and you're also Mauritanian.
No, Mauritius Island.
Mauritius.
Yes, South Africa.
Ah,
yeah.
so you're also from
Yeah,
Mauritius.
it's a small island.
Yes.
Yes.
So how did you end up in Ghana? That's the first question.
Yeah. So first of all, I came in Ghana in 2004 after the war in Cote d'Ivoire. I was born in Abidjan. I grew up there, and at 10 years old after the war, my family decided to come to Ghana. So I grew up in Ghana, and
So did you and your family come in as refugees, or you just moved?
we can say we just moved, but we can also use the name of refugee because you know the war in Cote d'Ivoire was like when you are French or a little bit too, how can I say, your color is,
Colors,
yeah.
yes.
They were like a war between, they were fighting the French, and the French were not more welcome in Cote d'Ivoire. So that's why, because my mom is half French, half Ivorian. So my parents decided to move to Ghana, and then my father was working here, and I grew up here. So since 2004, I'm close to Ghana. Yeah.
So Ghana is your home. Do you speak any Ghanaian languages yet?
I wish, I just speak Kakra Kakra. So.
It's fine.
Yes.
But at what point did you discover art?
So art came to me 2 years ago. I just started.
So very recent.
Very recently, 2 years ago. Started to do some abstract pieces, and I didn't start on paintings like this. I just started on some A4 papers and everything. And then after 6 months, I decided to buy some canvas and do some paintings on canvas. So I used to say in a recovery period, I just discovered myself, and yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about your work here today. What are we looking at? Because I'm seeing so many different things. But if there's any of you watching who understands surrealistic art, it looks very surreal. You know, it really picks from that tradition, from André Baron and, you know, that tradition. Yes. But what are we looking at? I know artists don't like to over-explain their work,
Yeah.
but what are we looking at?
Okay, this painting is called Fusion.
Fusion.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because for me, this painting is a fusion of two faces. That's why.
Oh, fusion.
Fusion. That's why I wrote our two faces come together. So on the right side, you can see like a face which is more, you can see African face.
Yes.
With some little symbols here. You see like the symbols of Africa. So
Yeah.
the right part is more like a African face. And on the left side is more look like a occidental face. So for me, this meaning of this painting is fusion, is the mix of European face and an African face that come in one and make only one face. So that's why you can see an eye here, but here too is an eye, like a mouth, and then all together you see like only one face. Yeah. So that's the.
Does this represent how you feel about yourself?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because so I was born in Cote d'Ivoire. I'm Ivorian. I grew up in Ghana. I did my studies in France, and then I'm also living between France and Ghana. So and as I told you, my father is from Mauritius
Yes.
Island.
Your mother is from France.
Yeah. So sometimes if someone asks me where do you come from, I just say I'm a citizen of the world. So for me, this painting is just the fusion of the two cultures, because the two cultures come in one.
It's beautiful. Are there any others that you want to show us?
Other paintings?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move to this one or this one. This one is also nice. It's a different size. You see, like it's a different size. So that the name of this piece is Hold My Hand.
Yes.
Hold My Hand.
Okay, hold my hand.
But that's right.
Yes, you have a hand.
Hold My Hand. The main topic is, I can say, the religion. It's God. Because as I told you, my recovery period has helped me a lot, and God, of course, played a very big role in my recovery. I really believe in God. I am practicing, so this painting is called Hold My Hand, because God, God is a hand. He give you a hand when you are in difficult period, or sometimes I used to say it's in a difficult period of your life, like to discover the God, because you need something to make you feel alive and everything. So that's it, Hold My Hand. And that's why
when everything is okay, you don't feel anything.
You don't feel like saying, thank God I'm okay. But when things are bad, you want to have somebody who is helping you, and God is the hand. So that is Hold My Hand. And that's why you can see also some birds. This is a bird, this is a bird. Because for me, I like doing birds, because bird for me is a spiritual animal. Like it's flying, and then for me, the birds are the closest animals to God. So that's Hold My Hand.
That's very good. So even here, your description here.
Okay.
So I'll read it out. It says, hold my hand. Baby, come and fly with me. I've got the ring. Let your imagination play. Thank you so much, Stephen. And congratulations. And I'm told this is your third exhibition. In 2 years. In 2 years. In 2 years. You just said something interesting. I'll just reiterate that. Sometimes when you find yourself in a difficult situation, it's also to find your destiny. And I think art is your destiny. Yeah. Congratulations. Okay, so I've just been speaking to Stephen Plan. She's one of the artists who's exhibiting here at this wonderful exhibition on the premises of the Pacific Alliance. I did tell you that I've been invited here by Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero. And I'll be speaking to some of the other artists, 2 other artists who are exhibiting today, as well as Her Excellency, the Ambassador of Colombia to Ghana, shortly. She's walking around. I'm sure you've seen snippets of her, talking to other people, other ambassadors here. I'll try to get their thoughts as well. But this is Diplomatic License on Citi TV. We're still at the exhibition. Okay, now it's time for me to speak to Kelvin Ansong. He's another one of the brilliant and very talented artists who is exhibiting here at the Pacific Alliance today. Now, if you just joined us, do remember that my name is Apioko, your humble host on this show, Diplomatic License. And use the hashtag Diplomatic License to see all that's going on with the show, what we're doing, where we're going. Very interesting stuff. Now, I'm about to speak to Kelvin. Hi, Kelvin.
Hi.
So, your style... I mean, I'm not a painter. I can't paint to save my life.
Right.
I can try, but I can't. But when I look at your style straight away, everything I know about surrealism pops out at me. I saw something similar with Stephen's work, but even more so of your work. I see the influence of the father of surrealism, Andre Baron. I see it. It jumps out at me. But let's talk about this particular piece before I even go into you as an artist.
Okay.
Soul food.
Yes.
Now, I love music, I love food, and just seeing those two words together, and the inscription here is food for the body, music to the soul. You love the music when you're happy, but understand the lyrics when you're sad. And that's actually very true. When your heart is broken, some boy has broken your heart, some girl has broken your heart, that's when you know the meaning of the lyrics.
Yeah.
So let's talk about how you've captured that here.
Sometimes I just on my radio at Atlantic Radio, so they used to play pools. So in my dream, I feel like they play my favorite song. So after that, I'll make sure that okay, I'll stand up and read. So
what's your favorite song?
When you love someone, Bryan Adams. When you love someone.
When you love someone,
yeah,
do anything.
That's my favorite song. So when I hear that song, I'm okay with it, everything. So it makes me get more idea to paint about. So I realized that we feed our soul with music, they're not food. Yeah, so that is the inspiration. And when you look at the circles, as I said, the circles is I named the circles Kescorism. It's my name Kelvin that I make it Kescorism. And the image is my own concept. Yeah, and you see more dots of all my paintings. You see, as an artist, you have to be unique, you have to be extraordinary. So I try to bring something extraordinary in the world for people to see Kelvin Ansong.
Okay, so we have here, I see a saxophone.
Yeah.
I see, is this a cello or a bass?
Come again.
Is this a cello or
It's
a
a guitar,
bass?
guitar,
It's a guitar,
yeah.
okay, guitar.
The keyboard.
Keyboard. But I also see a harp, funnily enough.
Yeah.
That's what I'm seeing. And the dots, I'm actually seeing them as musical staff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes,
For
chords. Yes, but let's talk about this circle because I've gone around and I'm sure we'll talk about some of the other work soon, but I keep seeing it in all your work. This.
Yeah. So as I said, I have to be unique because we have many artists. So you have to do something that will indicate you. That's why I said this is me, Kelvin, the circle. So when you see this circle, it's Kelvin.
Okay, so now let's backtrack a little bit. You said your father is an artist.
Yes, please.
So is that where you discovered art? You learned art from your father?
Yes. He's an artist and he trained me when I was a kid before going to Ghana College of Art. So I went there to master my talents, and put it out in the talent. So I went to Ghana College.
So you had the talent, but you went ahead to learn it and master it. Okay. So for how long have you been doing art then? I mean, of course, you went to school for it, but professionally as an artist, for how long?
It's 11 years.
11 years, oh wow. And how old are you now? 28. So you started very young. Yeah, 17.
I have more money to talk.
There's another painting that you were telling me about. I'd like to share it with our viewers.
Okay, let me stand here.
Yeah. Okay, so this is My Thoughts and I.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'll read the inscription. Thoughts are what direct your life. Thoughts can either make you or break you. Be careful of your thoughts when you're alone. Okay, so you're saying thoughts they direct your life. They can either make or break. Be careful of your thoughts when you're alone. Now, when I look at this, I see somebody who is caught up in their thoughts. Who is caught up in their thoughts.
Okay.
Your circle is here again.
Yeah.
I see somebody who is just caught up in their thoughts. What are you trying to communicate to us?
Actually, this inspiration I got it from my dad. One day he was sad. And I was like, oh, wow. So I need to talk to my dad because I'm the firstborn. So I need to talk to my dad. So I said, Daddy, what's up? So nothing. So he told me something which is funny. And I was like, oh wow. So I captured that. Oh, sometimes when you are quiet, it's not that you are thinking about anything. By bringing something extraordinary, yeah. So I got that inspiration and bring it out.
I like it. Very interesting. Okay, and then there's one over here too. This one looks a little different from what we see. I mean, still surreal, but the texture is different. I don't see as many straight lines. I see a bit of your circle in the corner.
I have to put it inside.
A circle in the corner. So this is the answer.
The answer.
Right? Yes. This art piece is to create awareness that one needs to be precise about feedback. Critically think before you give response to anyone. Okay, so what was going through your mind and what technique did you use here?
Okay, you see, as an artist, you have to express yourself. Not anytime being there quiet, no. For this one, I was like, oh, today I don't have anything to do, but I have to do something before sleeping. I like painting at the dawn.
She's funny.
So when look at the movement of the image, she's thinking.
So she wants to give the right answer, the one that is meant for the one who gave her the question.
Yeah, for sure.
Beautiful. What kind of paint did you use?
I use acrylic on canvas.
Okay, and you do that for all your paintings?
Yes.
Okay, so it's just the technique
Yes.
that changes, but the same material throughout. Kelvin, thank you so much,
You're
and
welcome.
I hope to see more of your work at several other exhibitions. Hopefully COVID will allow us to do it big one day.
No problem. It will come soon.
Thank you so much for speaking to us.
Thank you too.
The theme for today's exhibition is the abstract and surrealistic view of the world. And I've spoken to two artists so far. I've spoken to Stephen Planche, I've also spoken to Kelvin Ansel, and now I have one more to speak to, and we'll speak to him. We also have to speak to Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero as well, so that she can really give us the reason why she has congregated these brilliant artistic minds here today. third and final artist for today. If you just joined us, my name is Apioko. This is Diplomatic License. It's the show where we speak to members of the diplomatic corps in Ghana, high-ranking foreigners who are doing amazing things here and experiencing Ghana, immersing themselves in our culture and in our heritage. Today I've been invited here by Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero, who is the Ambassador of Colombia to Ghana, and she's hosting me here on the premises of the Pacific Alliance, which is a premises that is shared by Embassy of Colombia, Embassy of Peru, Embassy of Mexico, and the Embassy of Chile. And there's an exhibition, art exhibition going on here. The theme for the exhibition is the abstract and surrealistic view of the world. I was speaking to two brilliant artists already, and now it's time to speak to Kuma, our third and final one for the day. Hi Kuma.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Okay. So when I entered here, every single piece caught my attention, and for Stephen and Kelvin, who are your colleague artists here in this exhibition, it's very clear when you look at their work. If you understand the history of surrealism, you can see the influences. But you work with fabric and what we call wax print, African print, Ankara, all the names that we can give to it. So let's talk a little bit about, first of all, how you discovered art and how long you've been doing this job as an artist.
Okay, so I started art at the age of 11.
Wow.
So
how old are you now?
I'm 31.
Okay, so 20 solid years.
Yes, that was at the age of 11. That was when I had my first commission, and it was
in Ghana.
In Ghana, it wasn't anything special.
No,
it
it's still special because you mark it as your first commission, so it's special.
True. So I was commissioned to paint on the public toilets.
Where?
Yeah.
Where?
In my hometown.
Okay, where's your hometown?
Enyim.
Enyim.
Yeah,
okay.
in the eastern region.
And do you remember how you felt when you're asked?
Yeah, I felt so special because it was commissioned by the MP in the area, so I felt special. And since then, you know, I've been doing art. I'm the lonely type, so art has been my friend. If I want to communicate, I use art. So that's how I started. And then I went on to study visual art in the secondary school. And after that, I decided to, you know, switch to this style. So basically and professionally, I've been doing this for over 10 years now.
Over 10 years,
yeah.
Okay. That's a wonderful, wonderful way. So let's talk about this piece in particular. And I've seen, and we'll talk about some of the other pieces. Like you say, you work with textiles, but this is mixed media.
This is my first mixed media. Normally I do only collage. Okay. But with this particular one, you know, it talks about my life experience. You know, I mostly am the quiet type, so I want always to.
You're quiet, but your art is loud.
Yeah, I always want to, you know, speak through my work. So this is something personal, but I felt it's not personal. Somebody may share the same experiences with me.
So I see lots of writing here. So even some of it's like you scribbled too.
Yeah, these are you know, I was going through certain challenges that I didn't understand. Okay. So the unreadable ones are the challenges that I was going through, and the readable ones are the hope that I try to you know give myself.
So even right here, amidst all this is unreadable, I can still see no darkness,
no light.
No light.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
there's trial.
Yeah.
And then we come down here, I see prayer request, faith command, principles of spiritual life.
Then we have bravery, passion, outspoken energy.
Okay. Power is there too.
No fall, no rise. So the readable ones are, you know, the words that gives me hope. And I believe someone may also share the same experience. So I decided to, you know, make it general. And the title is Thought. And it is explained that I am not strong. I am strong. There are times when things go wrong, but I need to be strong because it may be a temporary high tide. So I am all out and I don't hide because I am really strong.
Okay, so let's go on to another one of your pieces. Which one do you want us to look at?
I want to talk about
this one. Okay.
This one.
This one.
I think this one.
Okay. Now, so this particular piece, it's interesting for me because I see lots of tiny. How do you find the fabric for your art? Do you buy it?
No, I don't buy them. I collect them from, tailor shop.
Okay.
So after they've done their sewing, the waste materials, I just ask them to keep them for me. Then
do you have a particular tailor that you go to, or you just go around?
No, I have particular tailors that it's not one, it's not two, I have many of them.
Okay. So your work is also sustainable art?
Yeah,
so we have recycling?
Yeah, this is my way of, advocating for recycling.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's brilliant. So let's talk about this particular piece. I see orange, I see yellow, I see shades of red, burgundy. Yeah. Does it mean something?
Yeah, this something, that gives me comfort in times of distress or loneliness. Anytime that I see this work, I just feel that sense of, comfort, because at first when I was doing this, anytime I do abstract piece, I don't normally pay attention to whatever I do. I
just paste them.
Yeah. So afterwards, then I start communicating silently with the work. So that's how I came out with the title Solace.
Okay, so let's read this.
Yeah,
it says solace.
Solace is
comfort or consolation in a time of distress or loneliness. Comfort or consolation in a time of distress or loneliness. So your own work, so when you were doing this, you really didn't think of, so how did you get all the patterns?
Yeah,
you weren't paying attention, but all the patterns.
It may seem one color, but this is not one a piece of fabric. Okay. There are many of them, about hundreds of them that I decided to
you cut
them in pieces. Then I did join them. So you may see orange, but it's not one fabric. There are many fabrics that are put together.
Yeah. This one isn't, and I see Nkrumah.
Yeah, this is
I see kente.
Yes.
So this is also different kinds of kente, or this is one piece?
Yeah, I think this is three.
Okay, three different pieces.
Yeah, three different. This is 1, 2, 3.
Okay. So you have here Kwame Nkrumah.
Kwame Nkrumah stands for bravery. He stands for power, vigilance, courageous, revolutionary.
I like it. Bravery, power, vigilance, courageous, revolutionary. You typically do abstract work with your
portrait,
your portraits, your fabric, with your mosaics. But why did you decide to do Kwame Nkrumah? What inspired you?
I did Kwame Nkrumah because Kwame Nkrumah stands for a change. He stands for something that belongs to him. He stands for against negativity. So that's why I normally, it's not only Kwame Nkrumah, I do Nelson Mandela, who did the same thing as Kwame Nkrumah did. Yeah.
So whenever you have to do a portrait, it must be of somebody who means something.
Yes.
Somebody who stands for something, something great.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Kuma, thank you so much for talking to me, and congratulations. And I hope to see more of your exhibitions. Do you have a gallery somewhere that?
Yeah, I don't have a gallery.
Do you sell your work?
Yeah, I sell them online.
Online, okay. Okay. So I'm sure we'll get to know more about where to find you.
Yeah. So my studio is based at Adenta.
Okay.
And you can find me on social media. On Instagram, I am Kuma. On Twitter and on, I think, Facebook. They are all I am Kuma. Yeah.
Okay. Kumah.
Yes.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so you're still watching Diplomatic License right here on Citi TV. My name is Apioko, and I've been speaking to Kuma, our third and final artist here today at the Pacific Alliance. 3 amazing artists who really poured their hearts out into their work. They've had amazing journeys along this artistic road, and we've heard from them. Very soon we'll be speaking to Her Excellency, who is hosting us here today. We'll be right back. Welcome back. My name is Apioko, and you're still watching Diplomatic License right here on Citi TV. Now, in case you just joined us, we're here at an art exhibition on the premises of the Pacific Alliance. And if you just joined us, then you probably do not know that the Pacific Alliance is a group of countries that are represented here in Ghana. We've got Colombia, we've got Mexico or Mexico, we've got Peru, and we've got Chile as well. And I've been invited here. I've been telling everyone during the whole show by Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero, who is the ambassador of Colombia to Ghana and also the dean of the Diplomatic Corps here in Ghana. My mother, my friend, my co-lover of arts. Hi.
Thank you, you are so beautiful.
Thank you. So are you. And thank you so much for inviting us. The artists are so talented. There's a lot of depth, in their work, and I'm very happy to be here. But let's talk about the exhibition, because since COVID came to visit us uninvited, you haven't had a physical event, and your very first one is an art exhibition. I mean, it's smaller than we would want, but it's an art exhibition. Why? Why this?
Well, this is, as you said, the first event that as ambassador I do in the cultural sector with the presential event, because we have been working a lot online, and we continue. But because I found 3 very talented painters of Ghana, and I felt that Colombia wants to express the link and the bonding with Ghana and its people. I believe that the best that Ghana has is the best that Colombia has, and it's the people. And we are creative, you are, in many disciplines. So I felt, because I met these 3 people, 3 artists, to give a platform for them, to open up a space for them, but at the same time to express the link that we have and how we feel in Ghana, inviting Ghanaians. This is not a Colombian art, this is Ghanaian art, African art. So they are 3 talented painters, but with different backgrounds. And for all of them, being an artist, it's an effort. And well, I feel that I understand what they are doing, and I have the sensibility of the effort and the love of what they are doing and the appreciation. So I decided to invite them. And I am happy with this exhibition that we call the abstract and surrealistic view of the world of the 3 artists. And it is so. You had the opportunity to talk with each one of them, and you had the opportunity to go deeply in each of their paintings. So we can see that they are very well projected. So, Your Excellency, let me ask you, why did you decide to hold the exhibition here at the Pacific Alliance? Okay, this is first, we are now in the multi-purpose room. So we have done here many different meetings of different disciplines. And because the Cultural Alliance arrived to Ghana in 2013 and 14. Okay. And I was the one. 7 years, 8 years. 7, 8 years ago. And they are Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru. And I am naming us in alphabetical order by country. So we are representing an agreement among our countries of integration, and under that umbrella, the four of us came here to have bilateral relations, but four of us at once. So we shared the infrastructure, the building. In this building, the four of us work together. We have developed a very deep relationship and also interest of expressing the interest of creating new avenues of understanding with Ghana, not human, cultural, trade, investment, historic. We have something that in the case of Colombia, I can tell you, the strongest one is the historic bond. We are together from centuries because we have the same roots, we have the same land, we have the same weather, we have this, the many feelings together. So we are the same people.
We are. We got the Afro-Colombians and
yes, and so I have been here in such a long time, but I found that the relationship, diplomatic relationship, is a matter of human relationship. That we have to develop business, that we have to develop cooperation, which we are doing little by little. But the most important thing is the recognition of each other, you see? So that Colombia knows very clearly today what Ghana is, where Ghana, how we can work together. And now we have to really implement this deepening of our relationships. And we are going to continue. In my case,
and I know you will.
Yes, but in my case, you remember that we have there. Okay, I had something that was called the Writers' Cafe.
Yes.
In my home.
In your home.
It was my home.
You used to come. And
once a month we were calling people, writers, singers, actors. And we were talking about our inspirations, our work, our talents, and sharing it. And it was such a wonderful thing. So I think that Ghana is a creative country, full of talent in every aspect. But the young people of Ghana are really people that deserve all the support from all of us. I think that creating jobs being one of the most important ways to cooperate, it is supporting their art.
Okay.
So it is not changing a discipline.
So you're asking but why art? And so that will bring me to my next question. Why art? Because a lot of people still don't understand what art can do for the economy, for development. Why art?
Well, first of all, art is a talent. It's a creative talent. And to find people able to express and communicate through art is in itself something fantastic. And we have to appreciate that. Art can be a way to explain your identity. Art can be a way to attract tourism. Art can be a way to internationalize your country and your people. Art is a way to gather people. So art can be taken as inclusiveness.
So I'm wondering, why these three artists? Today we have here Stephen Planche, we also have Kelvin Ansong, and we have
Philippe Kuma.
Why these three?
Okay.
I mean, they are all, I'm blown away by what I've seen here today, and I hadn't met any of them before today. But why these three?
Well, because these three I have had relations with them. I know them, and I chose them to be together because I feel that they have common elements in their painting and that in their own attitude toward life. So I do feel I do have a relationship with them. So I decided to put them together and do this. Because also I enjoy it. This is life for me. This is something that when I work, I know that I can do many things, but the things that I love, I do them easily. And this is something I love to do what I'm doing. This comes from the heart.
So, Your Excellency, I mean, from the first time I met you was in an artistic space, through literature, which is art. And I've seen over the years that you use art as a diplomatic tool. How effective is art as a diplomatic tool?
Listen, I believe that art allows something. I mean, culture and art open up roads, open up avenues, and we first have to understand our feelings, our thoughts, our way of living, and then we can go in a different situation that is, okay, let's trip together and do business, not before.
Yeah.
So I think that when we discover that we are so similar, we can easily go on business and investment together.
So for you,
it's a diplomatic, I believe in diplomatic culture.
Yeah.
I believe that diplomacy is something that can touch every expression of the human spirit and of the human intelligence. And I believe more in human diplomacy. I believe more human diplomacy than any other.
Human diplomacy.
That's the one that I believe in. More than this. I know that we have political trends and different parties, but I believe that the cleanest one, the more real and the closer one is the human diplomacy. And that's the one I believe. And that's the one that I thank God to allow me to apply while I have been, whatever I am. I do go on cooperation projects, on scientific projects, on political ones, on economic, whatever. But first, the person.
The person.
And first, the human. And that's what I do.
Okay, so we're wrapping this conversation up shortly, but I want to know from you as well. We've spoken about art. We've spoken about art as diplomacy and how through art we can have tourism, we can have business. What else? I mean, you've lived in Ghana for some time. Ghana is now your home.
Absolutely. Whenever I travel, I remember the advertising that said. Returning home, or what I like of living out is returning home. Whenever I travel around the continent, Africa, and others different from Colombia, I feel that I'm arriving absolutely home. I feel at home. But because I have developed deep relationship, because I have developed love, understanding, so I feel that Ghana is one of the places where I feel really happy.
So what do you think is creating?
So what I believe, what I believe is that it's a matter of organization, how to organize the sector, and that it will arrive. But it will arrive not only because of the government. The government can do a lot, but it will arrive also. I believe that many initiatives can be taken by us, the individual. And when the government sees you help the government to implement the frame of law when you are more organized than when you are all dispersed. Yes, spread out, you know.
So the artists need to be more collaborative and have a strong force.
But I believe that the country, the government, and the people of Ghana, you are proud of your art. I can see that.
Yeah, we wear it.
That I love the dresses, the textiles, the dancing, the beauty.
Shout out to Avontige. She made this beautiful dress.
Yeah.
My designer friends.
And I congratulate you for everything, and thank you for your friendship and your interest in what we can do together.
Thank you. Thank you. So, very last question. You mentioned that we're going to be doing things with gastronomy and all these other bits and pieces of art.
And also I want to tell, we are doing other things that we love, and it's a project of President Akufo-Addo.
Okay.
That is the greener Ghana. So I know that, and he has appointed a special group of people to work on that and to raise the money and to plant the trees. So it is. I think that this kind of nature, this environment, is improving the country, the pride of the Ghanaians, and that's what I love about President Akufo-Addo. He has a vision that I love because he's supporting the pride of being Ghanaian.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Your Excellency. Thank you. Thank you for the invitation. I'm sure I'll see you over and over again. So much to do. There's so much to do.
Yeah, we have a lot to do.
Yeah.
Together.
Thank you. So I've been speaking to Her Excellency Claudia Turbay Quintero. She's the ambassador of Colombia to Ghana. She's also the Dean of the Diplomatic Corps here in Ghana. And she's my mother, my friend, a sister in art and literature and everything in between. She's been very supportive of the arts community, and she's no stranger to diplomatic license either. So we wrap this up, and we've been spending an afternoon into an evening, very beautiful time here at the Pacific Alliance premises here in Airport Residential Area. And in case you missed it, Pacific Alliance is an alliance of 4 beautiful and wonderful countries: Chile, Colombia, Mexico, and Peru. And I'm here today because Her Excellency has invited me here to come and experience art through 3 Ghanaian artists under the theme, The Abstract and Surrealistic View of the World. My name is Apioko. I'll see you again next time, and I hope you enjoyed everything here. You learned a lot. And for those of you who are artists, Her Excellency said something very important: work together, collaborate, do much more in the sector, and let it be seen so that the government has more confidence in investing in what is ours, our art. I'll see you again next week. Take care.